Hey YouTube, it's Edie75 here, and today I'm going to be doing a different makeup tutorial. So I just really tired of seeing a bunch of neutral eyes, like for myself. Like I hate like always having neutral eyes on my eyes, so I hate seeing them on my eyes because I think that colorful is so beautiful. Color is beautiful on the skin, and I just love color, incorporating color into my makeup. So I'm going to show you how I would do that with just a neutral eye. So this is just a tutorial inspired by this picture I saw of I'll link it down below. I'm not sure where I found it, but I remember saving it on my computer. So I'm just going to show you how to incorporate color into your everyday life. So this is just the tutorial, and the cheeks are very glowy and just beautiful, and the lips are just very simple. So right now I'm going to take the lips off so you can see like how I apply it. So this is the beautiful tutorial. I don't know if you can see it that well, but I'm just going to zoom in, close my eyes, and let's get started. So the first thing that's very important when you're doing a tutorial of any sort or just applying makeup is to use an eyelid primer or a primer. And this is, if you're a beginner, if you don't have a primer, you can use a concealer, which I know my cousin does, and I just thought it was an awesome idea. So this is an eyelid primer by e.l.f. and it's $1. So if you don't want to spend $18 on the Urban Decay primer potion, this is definitely an alternative. So I'm just going to apply that all over, and this is the same consistency as the Urban Decay primer potion. So if you ever run out and you want to try a new primer, definitely go for the e.l.f. $1 eyelid primer. So after you're done with your primer, you want to do a base depending on your eye color. I'm using a pigment today, so I want to have as much color as you can show up. So the base I'm going to be using is a little high-end base, but there are also Wet n Wild bases and e.l.f. bases that are awesome, but I don't have the color that I need today. So this is the Ruben Nest Paint Pot, which you could use as an eyeshadow all over or just as a primer. So I'm just going to, or a base I mean. So I'm just going to just grab a little bit with my finger, and I'm just going to dab it onto my lid and my crease as well, because today we're only going to be using one color all over the crease and the lid. And this is just a golden peach primer that kind of has a match to the color I'm going to be using today. So I'm just going to rub that all the way into my lid, but make sure it gradually lowers as it reaches to the lid. I'm just going to blend it out evenly so it doesn't look splotchy, and then I'm going to close it and move on to the next step. Using pigments can be a little rough because there's always excess no matter what. So you can either blend in the excess with a sponge and some concealer, or take a fan brush like I do. I do both of these, so it could just give you kind of a glowy, kind of blend it out to your highlight. So that's what I like to do with both of these things, and I will show you how through the tutorial. So the eyeshadow pigment that I'm going to be using today is a dramatically chromic eyeshadow pigment by NYX, and this is in Nymph. I'll show you the name, so just in case I'm butchering it. Nymph. So that's the name of it. And what I do is I just take some on the lid. I really don't like using pigments, but whatever. Then the first thing that I'm going to do when I use pigments, I'm going to just take a little bit from that lid and use it on my eyeshadow brush, which today is the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush because that's my favorite one. Kind of blending in it to the brush, and then just tapping it on my crease. And this is not going to have a lot of eyeshadow because I did tap the axis, but it's just going to let me have more control of my pigment, or where I want it to go. So I'm going to just follow that next step, just tapping it, going the axis, tapping it again. So I'm just going to turn it over and use the eyeshadow on that side. So I'm basically done because I want as much color as I can get, and this is, I think, how much color I can get from this pigment. You see, it looks a little bit harsh. I have a lot of fallout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking my fan brush, and a lot of people don't know how to use this, but what I learned that it looks perfect when you use it to take all the excess off. But sometimes the excess kind of blends in. So what you want to do is you just want to take a little bit of concealer and you just want to blend it out in the spots that there are the pigment. So what you're going to do is you're going to just blend it like this, and it's just going to be better for you because you're going to have a brighter under eye, and you're also going to have no sheen where you don't want it to be. So what I'm doing is I'm just blending it out, and then I'm also going to take a little bit up here because I don't want it to be that big. So I'm just going to take some, kind of blend it out over here, and gradually going up. So this is how I want my pigment to be. I just want it to be all the way up to my crease, but just a little bit natural than usual. So I'm done with the pigment. Now I'm going to be taking the eyeliner color. And today the eyeliner I'm going to be using is called Islands in the Stream, and it's a double eyeliner. It's an eyeliner duet from NYC. So this is just a really nice eyeliner, but it's not the best. It's a little bit waxy. So my trick is to just sharpen it. Where's the sharpener? Oh, it's right here. I'm going to sharpen my eyeliner. Like this. See? And I'm just going to swatch it to warm it up a little bit. And I'm going to be taking a lighter, and I'm just going to roll it just a little bit on top of the eyeliner. And what this is going to do is just going to make the eyeliner softer and more prepared for my eye. So it's not going to be like extremely hot, I promise. So what you're going to do is just going to want to blend it, mold it like almost clay. And I'm just letting it focus on the eyeliner. It's going to be very blendable and just very soft. So you're just going to want to mold it into that shape. Then you're just going to want to take your eye, and it might break because it is soft, but it just makes it have more color payoff and more brighter and just very, very prettier if it's just like really, really bad. Like this one. It doesn't have the best color payoff, but once I use a lighter, it's just awesome. So I'm just lining my top lash to a really, really bright color. Then I'm going to line my lash, and my waterline, I'm going outside of it, and I'm using it all the way to my inner corner. So that's basically it. Like, that's the whole eye look. I'm just gonna zoom into that. And then after that, you're just gonna want to take a mascara, and I'm using the Buxom mascara because it's like the only mascara I use now. And I'm just going to just apply mascara on my upper lash line and my waterline, or my lower lash line, I should call it. Okay, that's basically it for the eye look. Now we're moving on to cheeks. So the what you want a little bit more of a sheen and a pinky color. So I'm using this Unbelievable blush in Plumberry. And this is a really, really awesome hot pink. It may look like so light, but when you could definitely pack this on. So I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush, which is my favorite blush ever. And I'm just going to apply it on So you definitely don't need a lot because you don't want to look like crazy. Then I want to take a kabuki, which has some sparkles in it from the blush I applied before. It's just going to make it a little bit more sparkly and shiny. And it's going to blend it out. So you definitely want everything to be blended out. The next thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to pick a perfect pink color. It's not going to be like a Barbie pink, but it's going to be just the right pink color to just complement your skin tone. So this is Maybelline's Born With It. This is one of my favorite lipsticks ever. So I'm just applying that. And you're all set. You're set to go to the beach. I think this reminds you kind of the beach with the orange and the blue and the pinks. So I'm going to be calling it, I don't even know yet, but whatever the title is, I thought hard about the title when it's up. And you just want to take more of the fan just in case some more. But if you own a fan brush and you don't know what to do with it, I showed you a few tricks what to do with your eyeliner, your cheeks, and everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry the lighting is not that great. I have orange lighting, but hopefully you can see my hard work. Hopefully it paid off. And I just think it's just the prettiest tutorial I have ever thought of. And I just have a bunch of tutorials that I've been wanting to do. And I'll show you guys. So the one that I did today was this one right here, and I just have like a purple pinky color, blue and pink and green, which I'm not going to do anymore, but it's just so pretty and I just love incorporating colors. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys later. Bye.